Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our RimWorld Warhammer 40k Let's Play. So, between episodes, I was doing a little bit of mining, as you can see, and I dug out a pretty big chunk, or I didn't physically do it myself, but I had my characters do it, and we actually hit some pretty good stuff in there. We got a little bit of plasteel. When I say a little bit, I think it was a full stack, or at least close to one. So we have enough for the multi-analyzer now. We only needed 50 for that. So that's checked off. And then we didn't mine any of this yet, but I found compacted promethium. I have no idea what this does, but I'm looking forward to digging it up and finding out what exactly we can use it for. I know that it's added by... promethium is something in 40k lore. So... it is 40k related, but I don't know what weapons exactly use it or what items or whatever. I don't know what uses it. I'm looking forward to discovering what does. We did recruit several prisoners off camera as well. So Grasshopper is the only person that hasn't joined us yet. Orange has joined. I meant to rename her, but I forgot to do it. So we'll rename her next episode. And then Tamaru is now Piotr. I think that's how you pronounce that. I'm just going down the list of names when I posted that comment about needing names. You know, I had a ton of responses, so I'm just kind of going down the list and checking them off. But I have to look a little bit harder for female names, which is why I forgot to do oranges. But anyways, we are under attack from the north, right? Yeah, here we go. So we've got 3 raiders coming after us, and this particular group actually does look a little bit threatening, because if you look in their hands, he has EMP grenades, which can't do a ton of damage, but they can, you know, mess up like our hydroponics basins and stuff if they somehow got down there and used them. And frag grenades, which can be very dangerous because explosions. So let's take a quick look at the skills of these characters, and then we'll decide how we want to handle them. It's like all 3 are females, and they're fairly young, so they are potential recruits if they're any good. And even if they're not, then they're potential prison labor. So we don't necessarily want to kill them, but you know, we can't always help that. So Harriet Bishop, let's see, Wreckage Explorer and Taster, incapable of dumb labor, which is annoying. But is a jogger and industrious, so if we had her doing other things, she would actually be pretty effective. And it looks like training animals and cooking could be something she's very good at. And that would mean that I don't think we have a cook other than Bragg, so she could maybe take over the cooking reins for Bragg and be a little bit more efficient at it, and he could do other things because he has other skills that he doesn't fully utilize. And it looks like she has potential in both forms of combat, obviously more so melee than shooting, but we could turn her into a decent shooter as well. It's not beyond the realm of possibility. And it looks like she's a little bit passionate about mining, so if we just kind of had her doing that, eventually she would get good at it. I forget what exactly dumb labor entails. I'm pretty sure it's like hauling, cleaning. I would consider mining kind of dumb labor, but apparently she's capable of doing it. Giggles, let's see, it was traumatized youth and a mental patient. Wow. Incapable of social, cooking, firefighting, mining. But steadfast and psychopathic, which are actually, although psychopathic doesn't sound like it, very good traits. Also, in what she is capable of doing, she is very proficient and passionate about it. Basically everything that she can do, she has at least some passion for. And aside from like construction and artistic, she's actually pretty good at all of those things. So not an ideal new recruit because of all of these things that she cannot do. But again, we could just have her, you know, providing us with another doctor, working on plants, helping with the animals. Either doing art or just crafting things. We could basically just have her making weapons all day long, or armor. So everybody's useful to an extent, and I feel like we could definitely utilize her. Raywolfen, who has a badass name, is a little bit older than the rest of the group at 44, but that's I don't start worrying about age until they're in their 50s or 60s, because it will be several in-game years before her age has any effect on her, and that is a long way off in terms of gameplay time, so I'm not too worried about it. Ritual Child and Beast Slayer, incapable of caring and social. Too Smart, Fast Walker, and Brawler. Those are all pretty good. Let's see. Decent at shooting, good at melee. A little bit of affinity for both. Again, we've got so many people that love animals, and we're just not really an animal colony. Incapable of caring and social, as a lot of people seem to be here. Decent at cooking and pretty passionate about it. Can't build, though. Can grow, can craft, so maybe. Again, we'll try not to kill anybody, and if we have to just leave them as prisoners, we have to just leave them as prisoners. But again, I do want to, you know, fill this detention center and have them mining for me in the quarry. So that is something that we will, you know, strive toward. And if they don't join us as colonists, well then, you know, we put them to work in other ways. And the cool thing about the prison labor mod is I'm pretty sure we can force them to do things they would otherwise be incapable of doing. So if they don't want to do dumb labor, well, if they're a prisoner, too bad, they're going to do it anyways. And then, I don't know if I showed you guys this last episode, but before we start the clock, I may as well just recap it real quick. This is sort of the defensive perimeter I want to set up. I will probably extend this artificially just to force them to attack it from the front. I'm probably going to dig all that out as well just to leave it more open so that they can't hide behind it. But essentially what this is going to be is it's going to be a line of chain link fences which can be fired through. They don't, I think, count as cover at all, actually, or at least minimally as cover. But they prevent movement, so they won't be able to walk through them, but we'll be able to shoot back and forth through, and then the line behind it will be sandbags to give us better cover. But obviously those can be moved through so they don't make very effective barriers. And then these little 5x5 squares are going to be pillboxes made entirely out of these embrasures. Not entirely necessarily, but for the most part. That way we can fire out of them in virtually any direction. And then in the back we'll have just an opening. I don't think we'll bother with doors. And then it'll just be like an open little stone room with firing ports everywhere, so we can put people in them and, you know, they can shoot out. I think we can also throw turrets down behind them. I haven't tested embrasures with turrets, but that's another thing I'd like to, because potentially we could just drop a turret in everyone, maybe in the center, and then, you know, colonists could line up alongside it and fire out in that direction. This will be the entrance right here, and I think I'm going to wrap the chain link fence around it a little bit. And then my thought was that this area here can sort of be a no man's land full of like turrets and mortars and stuff. That way, you know, anybody who breaches, well, anybody that attacks will not only get attacked by the people along the perimeter, but also from any turrets behind it. And we'll have like really big turrets, because I have a mod that adds quite a few. So we'll have big turrets that can fire over walls and stuff. Right, so let's get the clock started now that I've been talking for several minutes. And I'm going to pause really quickly. I'm not going to call up everybody, just a few characters, the ones that are decent at shooting or have some potential. So like Clinton will come. Remy, how bad is your eye affecting your ability to shoot? It still says 10, but I don't know. I don't know if it's affecting his sight. Is 56%. I imagine it is affecting his shooting, so I'm not gonna take him. I will bring Bragg. I will bring Zima. Oh, I forgot you guys were inside. Then come this way. Murgo, were you any good at shooting? You've got potential, so let's bring you too. And we'll excuse me, cough there. We'll be a little bit more careful this time. Let's see. Yeah, let's bring you. Skinner. Yeah, you can come too. I didn't want to bring everybody, but apparently we've got a lot of good shooters. She's more melee oriented. You have an Uzi, so I don't know that you're going to be much use at a distance. But we want to intercept them before they start throwing grenades at us. So let's get you guys up into cover there. Skinner, I want you here. Murgo, I'll put you up there as well. Clinton, why don't you push for maybe here? And, oh, apparently that wasn't Clinton. Well, Clinton, move up and maybe go there or something. Alright, so Zima's been hit. Where have you been hit? Oh, several gunshots from a machine pistol. I'm going to have you pull back. I think we have enough people where I don't need you out here, and so if I can prevent you from getting shot further, I think I would like to do that. Ray Wolfen is dead. These two... I might stop shooting? Ooh, you're an Ambrosia addict, though. I didn't notice that before. That might be a problem. You're not. You did lose a thumb, though, so your dexterity is going to be a little bit worse. Let's have Orange push up to there. You need to be here because if you're firing like that, I think you can hit them with friendly fire. So let's get you treated. Okay, there's another one down. And Bishop survives. Okay. So, Bragg, go get yourself patched up. Murgo, I'm going to have you capture Bishop. Clinton, do me a favor and strip these people. And Orange, you can help him with that. And we already have beds ready. Why were you still shooting, man? That's unnecessary. And let's unforbid these so that they get hauled. What is this? Oh, Ambrosia. We want to destroy that probably. Okay, you're hauling those to the stockpile. You're going to strip the corpse and then hopefully haul something. Perfect. Yeah, take the grenades. Let's make sure that gets moved. I do not want the Ambrosia touched because somebody's bound to use it. Oh, Skinner, sorry, man. You can... Well, hold on. Take something with you at least. But yeah, I don't want anybody using that Ambrosia. Okay, so Bragg is no longer inspired. Oh, I forgot he was inspired. Murgo, you're capturing... Who is decent at... I mean, you're pretty good at medicine. You could go treat him. Halleck, I need you to treat Zima, because I think Zima is... Oh, she's going to bed there. Well, in that case... let's just have you go help out. Yeah, go do that. Murgo's going to have to treat him. Major break risk. Orange? What's Orange's deal? Tired, hungry, jealous of Bragg's bedroom. Well, we're working on that. Ugly environment, in a little pain. Why is she in pain? Oh, because of heat stroke and an old injury. Well, heat stroke should no longer be an issue. Where are you, by the way? Oh, you're eating. Okay, so you won't be hungry anymore. And then, yeah, go rest, and that should resolve some of your issues. Mirage is eating chocolate. Skinner's going to go back to bed. Wait. Murgo, I need you to actually at least minimally treat him. Her, excuse me. So recruitment difficulty, 91%. Yeah, we'll do chat and recruit. We'll try it. Let's make sure that we're not wasting medicine on her unless we absolutely need to. And then Murgo, just do your best to patch her up real quick. And let's see. I think Bragg had pretty minimal injuries. Zima's going to take a little bit longer to tend to. You don't need medicine, dude. Just take care of it real quick. Just get some bandages on there and it should be fine. If, again, you know, there's infections or anything, then we'll use medicine. But for superficial stuff, well, I mean, gunshots are far from superficial, but anything that's not like life-threatening, we'll just do basic, you know, patch jobs on, and then we can worry about more advanced stuff later. Alright, so Bragg is fully healed already. That's great news. Mirage is building the multi-analyzer. Should you be doing that? Okay, good. She's actually pretty proficient at building. fine by me. It looks like Murgo's still tending to Bishop. Apparently he had, yeah, quite a few gunshots. We'll have to see how bad your manipulation is. It's only at 12% now, but a lot of that is the myriad of injuries she suffered. But losing a thumb is going to affect her a bit. We could eventually give her like a bionic hand or something, but that's a bit of a ways off on our technology. Oh, I forgot I made a wooden electric tailor bench because I wanted to see what we could make. One thing I wanted to look at. Oh, we still have like random Jedi stuff. Ooh, that's actually interesting. I had no intention of making like Jedi things like that because they come with the Force powers, and I wanted to use the Force powers as like Psyker powers, or you know, warp powers, I guess. But they of course came with the clothes. The interesting thing though is Imperial Guard jumpsuit. But I think that's, yeah, that's 40k. What can we make that out of? Hold on. So we can use cloth and we can use Devil Strand. So either one will work. Devil Strand would be superior, but the problem with Devil Strand is we can't grow it in hydroponics basins. We can only grow cloth. So I think cloth is still going to be better than nothing. But if I can start crafting a bunch of these, we will be able to put them on under our flak armor, and it should increase their temperature resistances. And that would be very useful. So let's see. I'm going to make sure that they're only ever going to use cloth on this. I don't want to waste other more valuable materials. So these are only ever going to be cloth, or if we can find an effective way to grow Devil Strand, then we'll consider that. And then we're going to do it X times, and we'll say, what? How many do we have? We'll call it 10. But I'm going to suspend that for now, because I don't think we have any cotton. At least not harvested yet. And I want to see if maybe we can do some Devil Strand here. I'm, again, waiting for this to kill itself off. For the most part, they're all nearly gone. So by the end of this episode, they'll probably all die. And then we can replant there. So maybe we'll do Devil Strand on one and hay grass on the other. That is a thought. But we do have cotton growing. Oh, never mind. That's the Neutromine. Never mind. I thought we had cotton growing, but no. We have a bunch of Neutromine and Spectago. There's the cotton. Not nearly as much, but we are growing some. And then finally our multi-analyzer's done, so we'll be able to start pumping out research a little bit faster. What are we currently doing? And why is this all yellow? I feel like it wasn't that color before. We're doing las pistols. Okay. That's fine. I'd like to get us to las guns. We still need to actually build the production facilities. The problem is they're really, really big. So the way these work is we need an Imperial fabricator that costs a bunch of plasteel, a bunch of components, steel and ceramite. So it's extremely expensive. But this allows us to produce several things that we need for the others. So for the weapons fabricator, we need refined ceramite, steel, Imperial components, and an Imperial power core. So the Imperial components and the Imperial power core, as far as I'm aware, can only be made at the fabricator. So we need this one first in order to get the other two that will allow us to make flak armor and las guns and all that stuff. The problem is these are huge. They're 5x2. They're the same size as the high-tech research bench. So we could maybe fit a few of them. Actually, we could probably get all three into one of these rooms. They're not going to fit in the little armory I designated here. So this is going to be more for weapon and armor storage and repair. We'll have a I don't know if I have that mod installed still. I thought I did. Or maybe I just haven't researched it yet. Yeah, I think that's item repair. Yeah. So if we research that, we can throw a bench down and we can repair things at that bench. And then we'll have shelves to store the various extra weapons and helmets and things in here. Whereas these, I think, are going to be more production facility oriented. Anyways, let's keep the clock rolling. And then somebody came up with a great suggestion. Actually, it got suggested a few times, but somebody did it earlier than the others. That we should have some sort of like shrine to the Emperor or something. And I don't want to do it in these because these are fairly small. So I'll have a bigger and more ornate room dedicated to that. Maybe because the base is going to extend this way, so we're going to be cutting into the mountain here. Maybe we'll have like a big like shrine in this area or something, or maybe we'll do it all the way back there. I don't know, but we'll definitely do one. I'm just not sure on the exact location yet. Mirage, what are you up to? Oh, you're building more walls? Good on you. Good on you. Zima, how are you doing? I think she's going to be fine. I don't think any of these gunshots were like incredibly severe. The armor, I think, did pretty well in protecting her. It looks like our Labrador Retriever just learned another step in hauling. What are you currently at? I haven't really been paying any attention to the animals. I've had them queued up for training for basically the entire time we've had them. I just never really checked back in. So hauling's at 4, rescue's already at 2. I imagine you guys are already maxed out, yeah. Because I've been seeing the Huskies hauling stuff around for a while. Let's see, Remy's doing a bit more recruiting. We need to get to at least basic bionics so that we can give him a bionic eye. Because I feel bad about the injury he suffered. I want to get him patched up. Let's see. You know what, I'm going to set this. Nope. I'm going to set this for, okay, we're going to have to deal with that. We're only going to store, well, I'm going to untick simple meals, but technically that means fine meals. So those should get moved. I think they'll get moved to here for the prisoners, and then we'll put fine meals in there because we are making extra, and they're getting dumped here. We don't really want that, although they will get eaten more than likely before that becomes an issue. So who is infected? Bishop. All right. Well, in that case, I will allow herbal medicine. And I don't think that'll be a huge issue. We just need to make sure that it gets treated properly. Halleck is still sleeping. That is an issue. Are you guys not rested yet? I mean, I know I woke you up in the middle of the night and you're probably exhausted now, but... Murgo, if I could get you... Oh, she is actually very tired. Halleck, how tired are you? You're a little bit better. That psychic drone is killing us. He's also hungry. Go eat. Consume a simple meal, and then I need you to treat Bishop. Sorry, man. I keep waking you up, but, you know, you're the best doctor, and you were better rested than Murgo was. Otherwise, I would have had her do it. I don't mind her getting the training. In fact, I kind of prefer it. But in this case, I'd rather let her rest. She was pretty damn tired. Okay, good. So those got moved. They're getting moved to here, just as I suspected, because that is set to critical, or at least higher than normal. And so any simple meals we craft should get thrown in there, and then any more fine meals will get thrown in here. And eventually this stuff should get hauled. It looks like the corpses already were, so now it's just a matter of doing the clothes. Not a huge issue because, again, they're dead man's clothes. We can't wear them, we can just sell them. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. And are we indoors now? No, we're still considered outdoors. Why is that? Because I did have them door this off. These aren't the doors I plan on using for, like, you know, permanent. Can't talk. But yeah, these aren't going to be permanent. I'm going to do blast doors down here as well. I just wanted to seal this off because I was trying to make this an interior space so that I could start cooling it. Oh, because these aren't built yet. Well, that would do it. So yeah, those need to get built, and then this will be an interior. And then as we expand, I'll just, you know, close off areas, and then we can tear these down. This is just to, again, allow me to call this an interior. Same with this. I don't intend to have those remain there. And this will get dug out eventually as well, but right now it's acting as a wall for me. I don't know why they're prioritizing this. This isn't a huge priority for me, but I guess they decided that's what they wanted to do, so that's what we're doing. This actually needs to have a wall. Whoops. Not plasteel. I don't know why that was selected. Not at all what I would... Maybe because it's the best? I don't know. No, we want limestone walls, and we want to fill that in. We'll have a door here, and that will allow me to throw down a hydroponics bench there, and then the rest will be laid out just like this. So effectively it'll be a mirror of this one, without the little refrigerator there. Good, more plants are dying, so they're almost gone. The rest should be gone fairly shortly. Clinton and his golden retriever that follows him everywhere. Are you... Who's your master? Clinton? I don't know if that's what I want. Let's jump into animals real quick. So we have the 2 cows, we have the lab, we have the female husky who's with Clinton, and then we have the male husky who is with Murgo. I'm gonna take one of these two. So I think I'm gonna do the female husky, and your master is going to be Zima. So follow Zima around, because I don't think they are bonded to anybody, as far as I can tell. Yeah, no relationship, so they're not bonded. Oh, apparently we're gonna have some puppies. Okay, that's good to know. Did you got treated? How is this doing? Immunity's winning. Okay, so he should be fine. She should be fine, excuse me. It looks like we're back to crafting simple meals. We're out of milk. That's okay. We are going to fill up over here, though, but that just means the overflow is going to land there. And, you know, they'll eat those first, because I will forbid... Well, that'll get eaten, and then they'll start eating from there. This room is almost done. Not that it really matters. I keep saying this, but I feel like I have to say it over and over again. This is the medical center. We do have a medical center, but we don't have medical beds, and we don't have vitals monitors, so there's no point in turning this into a proper medical center until we have those. I'm not going to just build more steel beds in here when we already have plenty of steel beds already. There's no point in building more, because they don't serve any additional purpose. So these are going to remain empty until I have medical beds available. They're going to go in here. The vitals monitors will be next to them. And then this will be floored with whatever the... What are they called? The sterile tiles. If I feel like we have enough silver to spare. Otherwise, in more floors, we have plasteel floors. But these require plasteel and components, which are probably harder to come by than silver. Not components, but you know, plasteel is definitely rare. We don't have a lot of it. Definitely not enough to floor anything with. But whichever one we have enough of to, you know, floor an entire room with is what I'll go with. I feel like it'll probably be silver. Because, again, we can sell stuff and make more silver. We can only mine so much plasteel. So another thing I'd like to do eventually, and this is probably going to have to wait until the detention center is built, or at least it's built enough where I can move prisoners into it, is I'd like to add doors here so that all of these rooms can be passed through. That way, if somebody's harvesting, they don't need to go out and around. And especially if they're harvesting these rooms versus these rooms, I don't want them to have to go all the way around this to get to there. I want them to be able to walk right through. Temperature-wise, it shouldn't matter. These rooms can stay fairly warm and be fine. As long as they're below, like, 37 degrees, they should be okay. And she's almost done with that room, but again, I didn't really need her to dig that out, or to build that right away. I would prefer she build other stuff, like these doors, for example, or the walls to the refrigerator. That would be nice as well. But once this is done, they'll get on that, so I guess it's fine. I'm not going to bother with doors here yet. I don't think they're necessary, because we don't have anything in there. What's your deal, man? That psychic drone, you are warm, tattered apparel. You got a lot of issues happening. Bite scar. Well, not a lot I can do to help you there, man. We are working on getting resources to produce the jumpsuits that should help them with the heat. But until that cotton is harvestable, we're not going to get anywhere. Oh, good. So we can start planting stuff now. So that's going to be hay grass. We'll allow sowing. This is not going to be Kalma. This is going to be all Devil Strand. And we'll allow sowing there. Okay, so somebody will eventually get on that. I imagine it'll be Halleck or possibly Murgo. I forget who else is assigned to growing, but it doesn't matter. As long as somebody gets around to it eventually. Especially, I honestly prefer the growing zone over the growing zone, the Devil Strand over the hay grass. The hay grass was just extra food for our cows. But they've been eating all of this rice and potatoes. Which is, you know, totally fine. We have plenty. Yeah. So all three of our newest recruits have tattered clothing. There's not a lot we can do about it right now. As soon as we have those jumpsuits, we'll obviously give them those. Is that going to get dug out? Because it should. So we'll dig that out, and then this will get walled off. Don't... Hold on. Did that get... Is that a wall? What is that? There's no wall there, okay. Because I want to put a door there. People keep saying I should only have one door in the bedrooms because people will walk through them otherwise, but that is not really accurate. These doors are fairly slow to open, and so when the AI determines a path, they always choose the fastest path. And if they have to walk through two slow doors, they're not going to do that over walking through a hallway, especially a 3-wide hallway that allows them to move fairly quickly. There is plenty of stuff deterring them from moving through here. For example, 1-wide hallways slow pawns down. These doors slow pawns down, and they have to walk through 2 of them. So they would never decide to go from here, through here, there, to here. It's just not going to happen. It would always be faster for them to go like this. Even if they were going into their bedroom here, it would always be faster for them to do that. So it shouldn't be an issue. But if it is, then we will adapt. I don't think it will be, though. Everything I've read on the wiki says that they're always going to take the quickest path, and that is by far the slowest path. Uh-oh. Where is it? Okay. Remy, do me a favor and fix that first. Oh, you gotta hike to get those components. Yeah, we dug out some more, but they're like scattered all over the place. God, there's a lot of corpses over here. I wish there was a way for us to butcher them without taking huge penalties. We do have, I think Grasshopper is a psychopath. Bishop, I don't recall if you were. No, one of your friends was, though. Oh, good, the psychic drone's finally ending. Thank you, God. But even still, if we have a psychopath to butcher the human meat... did that not give... Oh, yeah, he's... What am I saying? He's going and getting it right now. Even with a psychopath to do the butchering, everybody else would still take a penalty. So it's just not worth it right now. And I don't know that it ever will be, because it's my understanding that even if it takes place in a different colony, so if we built like an off-site human meat processing plant, we would still take the penalties, even here. So unless I think there is a mod that changes that, because that's kind of stupid the way that works. How would they even know? But, you know, unless I download that, it just probably would never be justifiable. It's not that useful, certainly not useful enough to, you know, ruin everybody's mood in my whole colony. But if, you know, we could find a way to avoid that, then it would be very useful, because we could turn it into kibble for the animals. We could use the human skin to make very expensive hats, as you know, everybody on the RimWorld Reddit loves to do. But I'm just not that worried about it right now. We're actually doing pretty good on power. I am wondering if we could ramp things up a little bit here. I don't think we have enough for another solar lamp or sun lamp, but we certainly have enough for several more rooms being lit. And then these will be refrigerators. I think I'm just going to transplant the ones down here, though. Although I want them to be 3 across. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. But this is going to need to get cooled, and that's going to be a bit tricky. Because I don't want to... We're going to probably have to. But I would like to avoid venting the heat into the hallways. That's going to be difficult to do, though. I don't think there's going to be a way around it. I think we're just going to have to have enough other cooling systems to offset it. But I want to make sure that this is always freezing all the time. And I'll probably do a couple in the corners like so. That even might be overkill, but we'll start with that. I'm going to forbid these for now, though. We don't want them built yet. I just don't want to forget. Because if they build walls there, then, you know, I have to tear the walls down and we lose a little bit of resources. So we don't want to waste. We don't want to waste. I think we're going to go ahead and end the video here. Not a lot of action today, unfortunately. Probably more talking than you guys would have preferred. But we will, or I will, continue playing a little bit off camera, as I generally do. And try to get through some of the more monotonous stuff so that we can get into a little bit more action. Hopefully we can start the next episode with another raid or something. It looks like, oh, Orange is sowing our hay grass. Great. We'll keep an eye out for Blight this time. Last time I just kind of, you know, took a quick glance. Didn't see anything and said, screw it, I don't care. And I really didn't, because we weren't using these for anything important. They were just kind of a nice extra thing to have. And now that we're using them for Devil Strand, which is going to be important for other things, I'll keep a better eye on them. And it looks like we're getting some more bedrooms ready. Once we get these doors built, we can call this, or it will be called, an interior space, and we can start cooling it. Obviously, there's no point in running AC in an open air environment. It'll just vent outside. But as soon as it's closed off, I will try to start cooling this area. I'll leave all the doors open, and hopefully we can equalize this at a fairly low temperature. And then, once we've done that, we should be able to let them, you know, come and go and close the doors as they please. And I don't think the temperature will rise in the rooms unless we're, you know, running something in them that produces heat. But for the most part, the bedrooms shouldn't be producing heat. I don't think, like chandeliers, for example, have any like radiant heat. In real life, they would, but in RimWorld, I don't think they produce any ambient heat. So I think once these are at like 23 Celsius, they should stay there unless, you know, they get vented by the outside air or something. But we'll see. We'll see. If that is not the case, then I will have to do vents in every bedroom and constant AC in the main base, which we would have to do anyways to offset it. So anyways, we're going to leave it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some RimWorld with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.